What's going on, everybody? My name is Ann and welcome to the Ranked Challenge. This time I want to talk about something that I was meant to talk a long time ago when I started to make this series, and it's basically how I got into the Naruto community, like how I got into it, why I started to play the games, and let me tell you that I actually want to know about this, about you as well. So I want you guys to tell me in the comment box how you got into it, or what was the reason that you decided to stay. In my opinion, well, in my case, it was in the year 2010. My parents were having pretty much of a hard time. It was the start of the beginning of their divorce, and I remember that I got into depression because of how was the environment in my house and all that. At the point that I didn't want to go out, but since I didn't go out, I just, I was just bored there without doing anything. So I had a PS3, but I didn't really use it, just to play FIFA. Like, I remember that I saw the Champions League, and after that I saw the Champions League, I would just play the match that I saw, as my favorite team and all that. So I decided to go to Game Rush. I remember that they clearly pick up a new game. I was like, well, let's see which game I should play. And I remember that I think it was October or November, and Naruto Storm 2 came out. I remember that there were plenty of, like nerds making a line, to pick up their game. I remember that, I don't remember what day exactly, but I just remember that day Naruto came out, like the Storm 2. And I was like, what's up? Like, what's the game that is coming? And one guy was like, oh, it's Storm 2, man, the Naruto game, and it's so cool and all that. And back at the time, I remember that I used to judge like, oh, nerds, like Naruto. I actually like Naruto, but I just didn't accept it. Like, I watched the series, but not really played, like a game. In high school, I didn't really play video games at all, or in my last days of middle school. And the only games that I played basically were the ones from Nintendo, so it's not like I got really into video games from the other consoles. But I decided to pick it, Storm 2. I was like, why not? I mean, I got nothing to do. I remember that I beat the story mode in like 2 days, and after I was like, okay, well, it's over, now what? And then I saw this option, online mode. I was like, I think I'm good at the game. I think that I can kick ass. Like I'll prove myself. I'll test myself. And I basically got destroyed like around, I don't know, like 10 times. I remember that my first record and my first account, which is DHTC7, was like 0-10. And when I finally get to do my first win, when I finally achieved my first win, my opponent rage quit. I remember that my sister made fun of me, like, wow, I mean, you just lose, and when you win, people leave. Like, such an awesome game, bro, such an awesome game. But I don't know why I got this feeling that I really want to be good at the game. Like, I don't know, I just had so much respect for these people with so many battle points. It was my very first game online, so I never had this interaction with other people through a console or a computer, like I wasn't really that kind of person. I was most likely in the social way, and all this online thing was new to me, so probably that's why it became kind of interesting or exciting. After that, it was several months that I was like a ranked peasant who thought that I was good just because I had like hero rank and I had plenty of battle points. But then, the first person that I met who really taught me something was Babraham. Definitely Babraham. I met Babraham in this Arashi board chat, and he was a troll there. Like, he would just go there and be like, haha, all of you suck, I'm better than all of you. And if you want to prove me otherwise, why not you play me, or something like that. I mean, he had this asshole-ish sense of humor, but he didn't really mean harm. He was just like trying to start up a conversation or something. After that, I remember that I challenged him and I totally lost. I lost like 10-0 or something. But I decided to play with him and only with him. I was like, this guy is respected as the best, so I believe that he's going to teach me a lot. Like I'm sure that once if I get the hang out of him, I'll be able to get the hang out of everybody. So I just decided to play him for around 2 weeks or something. After that, I know people say that my improvement was like one day I was bad and the next day I was like super really good, and I think that it was that way just because I played this guy several times and only him for like 2 weeks. I remember that it was my only motivation, like wake up, see Bob Rohan was online, and then if he was online I will just send him an invite and he will join, so it was pretty cool. Well, basically this is like the part one of this commentary because it might take forever if I do a whole video about it. So I hope guys that you kinda start to like, I don't know, the story that I'm telling. Yeah, basically I will just tell the other parts through the videos of the Ranked Challenge. Well, I hope that you're having a nice weekend and see you next time.